This is not a normal Lionsgate. We're in such a powerful time of transformation. It makes Atlantis, Lemuria, and ancient Egypt seem like child's play. This next 10 days or so are going to be some of the most powerful transformational energies ever. So I want to talk about lots in this video. This is EARTH1111. I'm Roxanne. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Lots more coming up. So I'm going to talk about lots of things on this video today. It's way more than just Leo season or Sirius. It's a lot more, and especially this year in 2023, we have so much more energy coming in. Things like a rare Venus Pentagon alignment coming up literally this week, as well as the Lionsgate, and the highest MERKABA speeds of this planet happen at this time every year. But we're in extra cycles where 40 years ago and 80 years ago, there was experiments done by, let's just say, crazy scientists or the government to research things like teleportation, time travel, or trying to manipulate time. And they even tried to make an entire ship, like I think it was a cargo ship or something, invisible. Crazy stuff done to the electrical magnetics. That's what it's about, right? That's where we're all made up. We're not just physical. Think about even biology has determined, right, that we are electromagnetic. So your nervous system, right? This is all charges of energy moving through you. And this time of the year, we are in the maximum MERKABA speed, plus all the other crazy stuff. So talk about a massive transformation that you need to stabilize. So I don't know about you, but it's been dense. It's been pretty tough the last couple months. Constant energy work in the fields. And I think I overdid it to myself. I got myself quite burnt out, but it's been hard work for a lot of us. How are you guys feeling? Comment below what you guys are going through. It really helps others figure out where they're at, right? Because we're all going through this crazy transformation that hasn't happened in billions of years. Like, we are in the reset, the cosmic reset. Okay, so let's get into the Lionsgate. What is this all about? So at this time, of course, we have the Lionsgate, which is affiliated with Leo season. Well, it's time to step up, be the lion. Right, when a lion shows up, you're not gonna just sit there and ignore it. Be that lion in your own life. Right now, we all came for different purposes. So your energy signature is unique. And if you don't show it and express yourself in the world, then no one else can actually do exactly what you can. We are all unique and have, of course, all those different soul missions and things like that. You can check out my other videos for a lot more after this video. But it is such a powerful time to stabilize vertically. So beyond Leo season, beyond Sirius, which I'll get into later on in the video, we are connecting vertically, which means that the vertical axiotonal lines of your own body and of the planet are being activated, which means that you need to stabilize big time, grounding into your center, being in that center point, the neutral, heart open, mind open, not in polarity. So we check out of worrying about the craziness in the world, right? Those are all the distractions trying to make sure that you're not in alignment vertically. Vertical is your connection to source, to all of your other aspects that are existing in other time vectors, right? Think of this as different. Okay, so we align vertically, right? That's our alignment of Stargates, which I'll get into in a second. But there are other aspects of you that are in other coordinates of this cosmic creation. And it's all a mathematical program, right? It's how things are overlaid and things lay out and flow over, right? But there isn't really time, if you think about it. If you actually spread yourself open to the whole creation, be in the 0 point, the 360-degree view, which of course comes many layers, many stages on the ascension later, right? It's about integrating and embodying where you actually exist as that level. But even just going in your center point, you can observe things from that neutral spot, which completely changes your reality. When we observe something, we shift, and then all of a sudden we can be a different person because we've embodied an aspect of us that's been separated in one of these other coordinates, because it's been closed off. It's like a twist, and so the twist is like, right, the energy can't flow through that knot. So I always talk about when I'm doing lots of gate work and I'm actually dissolving and unwinding these twists in creation. These are traumas, or these are damage in the grids for many various reasons, including things that are happening right now to distract you, to make sure that you are completely out there worrying about everything out there in the hologram. That's horizontal. We need to go vertical right now. And they're doing, of course, extra things that make holding the vertical channel of yourself next to impossible. So if you're having issues, I am too. There's lots of things going on to create this buildup, this, right, to eat away at the foundation, the core of something, right? So then the structural integrity of creation itself has gotten an issue, which is why you're here. You're here to reset this blueprint by completely living outside the box, living authentically, where we create a whole new world that is not subjected to the old BS. But for that, check out my other videos, as well as more coming up, because I have lots to talk about. Like I said, it's just been hard energies with all the gate work I've been doing. It's just been constant untwisting, untwisting, untwisting. So essentially you're getting to the core, which allows you to be even more expanded vertically. Okay, let's get back into what I was talking about. I'm getting way off track here. Lionsgate. So of course, people talk about the Lionsgate being a spiritual rebirth, right? Because we have Sirius coming up in the horizon like a spiritual rebirth. Sirius is our 6-dimensional Stargate. That is how you, like I said, are stepped down. These Stargates will allow the energy to flow and will step down that into a different pattern, into a more dense, easy, manageable, not gonna like blow you up type of energy into the body. So then these Stargates is how you step down from God's source creation, God's source consciousness itself. You are that important. So don't ever doubt yourself. Right now, shine bright like the lion. But Sirius is our 6-dimensional Stargate, which is the same thing as the microcosm inside you, the pineal gland, the 6-dimensional chakra. So if you've been having tons of issues in your head right now, or let's just be honest, months, years at this point for me, but right, like, because we are unwinding so many microscopic twists in the brain and in the nervous system, and all of that amazingness in the center of your brain, not just the pineal gland. We have lots of other glands and parts of the brain there that become like almost like a honing system, the antenna for the whole field. So it becomes a complete match, a microcosm to your whole body system. So again, it goes, right? The microcosm, macrocosm, expansion and contraction of energy, of the universe, of creation itself, the magnetism, and the dialectric, the feminine, masculine, right? It all has to be in balance. So the pineal gland major activations. Now, for those of you that are indigos, you were born with that 6-dimensional Stargate already activated. Major issues typically though in the 5th and 4th chakras, right? The throat and the heart, which makes things difficult, right? That is what we're working on throughout our childhood and our 20s and things like that. But as we embody more and more and more, we go way beyond just the soul matrix of the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Now the 6th dimension is like your higher mind, your higher awareness of the soul matrix. Whereas your solar plexus is the lower mind, let's say more the ego mind, the lower mental realm of the third dimensional human self. And we go way beyond just the sixth dimension, right? So the key to know is you go vertical. You're not vertical, you're not going through the stargates to larger and larger dimensions of self. So, lots to talk about on Earth 1111. Know that it's up to you to really stabilize these energies right now, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. And of course, there's a lot of craziness going out there too, in the hologram. And because, you know, the higher dimensions these are collective holograms, right? Collective fields. When you have a lot of, like I said, I'm not going to get into too much in this video about all the technologies, the toxic technologies, but subscribe to the channel because I'm talking about that in the future. But there's just a lot of just creating this constant energetic backlog for all of us to deal with, eh? But yeah, I have a meditation that you guys can also do. I'll be posting that right away, so you can do that on the Lionsgate anytime this week, and really ongoing for daily help if you want. It's a really great shield. It's all about the vertical pillar, as I talk about all the time on my channel. So lastly, ancient Egypt really revered Sirius, the star. Remember, the stars aren't just like, you know, the sun up there. That's your neural network that's inside you. It's like your nervous system. So essentially, it's like your nervous system, but extended out, right? And when you have a star, a sun, or even a planet, things like that, it's kind of like a nodal point. It transmits and transmutes, right? Essentially, it pulls and pushes on our creation, because really your energy is moving through it. And when it's kind of, you know, like out of alignment, then it can create, right, this push and pull. So it's kind of like nodal points. So so Stargates is where the energy goes through the center. It's almost like, you know, all these dimensions are like a donut. And so it's the center channel of the donut hole area, right? The energy moves through multiple dimensions, so it can keep going and going and going. When you're worrying about out there in the world, and all the horrible things going down, then you're giving away your power, saying that the outside hologram controls what goes on in your life, which is not the way it is. So remember, all that distraction is keeping you from your vertical. Sit within your center, allow things to move through you, right? Completely engaged in the outside creation, taking action when guided, but also just not detached, but just neutral. The craziness out there is actually a manifestation of the changes, the more light going on within us. We are being bombarded with solar maximum, which is literally daily solar flares. Energy just hitting us constantly, upgrading your system, right? Again, the sun, our sun, is our fourth dimensional Stargate. And Alcyon in the Pleiades is our fifth dimensional Stargate. So again, this whole matrix, the soul matrix, has a lot of distortions, okay? So like I said, it's kind of like the shower head. Well, when you have a Stargate that has blockages, it's not fully open, or it's distorted, or part of its solar stream gets siphoned off, like I said, twisted for other purposes, you know, as we know on this channel, about that finite things, entities, beings, consciousness needs to feed on life force energy. So we have a lot of distortions in our sun, in Alcyon, and even Sirius, because Sirius has multiple suns. Now, some of those suns are distorted. So just know that as your energy is moving through, it's about really staying in that stableness, because the more stable you are, you'll be that center of the storm, right? The center of the hurricane, but you won't be in it getting all riled up, right? But deal with the stuff as it comes. But the whole point is just knowing that we have distortions as well in this soul let's just say it's a reality bubble where you are starting to become crystallized. You're beyond just a carbon-based biology. And then we go beyond that, right? Become even more crystallized, and then pure plasma, which is liquid light, pre-matter. That's where we go up to the 12th dimension. That's where things get neutralized, and then it's like, as I talk about in previous videos, where you have the magnetism and the electrical energy merged, and it's like you have this powerful energy to work with, which really needs stabilizing, let me tell you. Especially in this world, right? The world of absolute ridiculousness, because everything's fallen, right? Remember, we have distortions. Every time that you have this consciousness of yours distorted, it creates issues. It creates distorted consciousness. So know that you are the acupuncture point. You are the anchoring point for these cosmic energies. We are in amazing times, never before even experienced. So step up, be the lion in your life, be stable, take that action, be bold, right? Don't be distracted by everything out here trying to tell you that you have nothing, no power, that you're just a little pawn in the big bad system. Instead, realize that I control my own system, my own hologram. I'm a co-creator of consciousness, all right? And you are too. So we realize that it's time to step up, right? The world needs you. Like I said, you are a unique signature. What are you going to do with it, right? Be creative, step up. I really wish that all of you will just have an amazing blast off with all this energy. Use it to blast off. If you're feeling exhausted, things like that, ascension symptoms, I have lots of other videos on those. I'm feeling the same. Don't get me wrong. It has been rough, but I want to create, right, my own hologram. So I'm clearing. That's what we need to talk about, right? Not how horrible it is and all these ascension symptoms, right? And like emotions galore, right? This Venus, not just Venus retrograde, but we have that Venus pentagon alignment. And there's a lot of issues with Venus, let me tell you. But again, I might do a video on that some other time. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I hope you share the video because lots of other people would love to watch it. And I hope I also earned a thumbs up. Don't forget to also find all my other content on my website, EARTH1111.com. And let me know how you guys are doing out there. It really helps others to know that the crazy stuff, right? Like, it is unprecedented. All the stuff going on out there inside you, inside your body, this has never happened, right? We are moving into pure sound radiation, almost like, well, for those of you, right, that have chosen that path, it's all up to you, right? And of course, some people don't come in with the highest DNA template already assembled, but it doesn't mean that they can't go up to the 12 dimensions embodied, right? It takes work, but typically they won't care, right? They won't want it. So if you're someone that really feels that you came here for a purpose to stabilize, to up level this planet, to really just shine your brightest amongst the chaos and the darkness out there, and be seen, then know that it's true. I'm talking to you. So shine bright out there. This is the month to do it. Rest when you're tired, right? Know that your DNA is needing a lot of energy. It's upgrading. But then shine bright when you can. You came here for a huge purpose. All right, lots of love. I'm Roxanne. This has been EARTH1111. Take care. Bye.